welcome back to the Hammered Leatherworks studio. We are very excited to be creating the video tutorial for Mabel today. She's very exciting. She is a collaboration with Dandelyne. Dandelyne make very awesome miniature embroidery and hoops. This is our new packaging. Yeah! So inside the box, shall we have a look? Here we go. So these are new and improved boxes with all of this great information about what leather you're using, how it's so easy to do, and where you can find our video tutorials. And inside the box, ta-da! It's like a ready, Instagram ready. So I'm going to take the clear cover off and we're going to get started. So as part of the release of this collection of sewing notion cuddle buddies called Mabel, we have them available in 5 colours. The first 50 all come with a complimentary miniature hoop embroidery pack to get you started from the gorgeous Sonia over at Dandelyne, which is pretty awesome. You now come with a certificate so you can put your little name and date on there when you made it, and it's really especially great if you're going to give it to someone. It's a great gift. If you've ordered your kit with scissors online, they're going to come with a gorgeous set of these scissors. These are called Pudgies. They're done by Kelmscott Designs in Canada. And they're super sharp and they're just absolutely gorgeous. Nice big handles. Put them to one side. And then all your leather pieces are in the box. So I'm going to take these out. Our new improved all the small things envelopes are made of a vellum, which is labeled. That means you can see what's actually in the package before you get started. And then we're going to pull all the pieces out. So this kit has several leather pieces, a felt 100% wool felt piece for the pincushion. The reason I'm taking all the parts out of the box is for this kit we actually use the foam underneath to create the padding for the pincushion. Bring all these pieces in. So you have a variety of pieces in your Dandelyne. A note for yourself, if you haven't watched our Stitching 101 video tutorial, I suggest you hit pause and you hop on over there and have a quick watch. It's less than 10 minutes and we'll give you all the ins and outs of what you need to know. Otherwise, let's get started. So to create this gorgeous little sewing cuddle buddy necklace, we are going to take the 100% wool felt piece and the leather backing piece. This is so when you put the scissors inside the pouch, they don't stick through. And then we're going to take the foam, which I have here, and we're going to cut something. I like to cut it like fold it in half. This is personal preference. You can use the foam that comes in the box, or you could use polyfill, or if you have some 100% wool fill there, absolutely go for it. There's lots of options. So I'm just going to cut something that's similar in size to what we have here. I've folded my foam over so it's double layered. There we go. So you can see there. It's not very tidy, but what I am going to do is just tidy it up a little bit because we want the foam to sit inside the stitching line. So we're just going to make it a tad smaller. There we go. And if we put that on there, you can see all the stitching holes. Bring it up a little bit closer. There we go. You can see all the stitching holes all the way around the outside of the piece of foam. So that's perfect. So our next step is going to be to get our poof happening. So we're going to put the foam behind the pincushion. Then you're going to place your leather piece with the right side up behind that. So we're making a pincushion sandwich. And then you're going to take the front piece, which is this one here with the window, and that is going to be placed on top again. So something really smart with this project is all the layers are sewn all at once. So we're going to start by sewing 1, 2, 3, 4 layers together, and that'll create the pincushion in the front. So I'm just going to put that down. So we've got our layers sorted. We're going to open our all the small things envelope. Take out our bits. There we go. So your kit has come with 2 button studs. Oops, sorry. 2 button studs for the strap to make it adjustable, some wax linen thread and sewing needle. So I'm going to unroll some of this thread and just measure out what we need. So we need 4 times our stitch length. So I'm going to lay the thread over the top of the stitching holes that are around the window. There we go. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to trim. There we go. And thread our needle. And let's get started. So I'm just going to tuck all those pieces together again. We're going to start between the layers. This helps us hide the knot. So going just through a felt layer and the front leather layer, leaving a nice long tail so there's plenty of there to tie a knot. I'm just going to show you that again. So I've gone through just the felt and the leather. And now we're going to go down through all the layers, keeping that foam inside the stitching line. I'm going to do the curve first because then that'll trap the wool into, trap the foam that's creating the poof in the pincushion in the middle into place. Around we go. So we've reached the other edge now. I'm just going to make sure our foam is tucked down and in the position we want it to be, because once we close that top bit up, we won't be able to adjust it. There we go. It's all tucked in. Across we go. So here we are. We've tucked our foam in. We're back where we started. So now we're going to go back around the other way to complete the saddle stitch. This is when that stitching tutorial I got you to watch in the beginning comes in good, because we've got a little secret to going left and right that's going to make your stitches look beautifully straight all the way around. So here we are, we're back where we started, and we're going to do a double stitch through the last hole, but I'm only going to do it through the back layers to secure our thread. The reason I'm only doing it through the back layers this time is because I don't want it to show on the front, because it's just so pretty. You can do a double that goes all the way through though if you like, just to make it extra secure. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take, once you've done that, take your needle through all the layers. Well, not all the layers, sorry, through just the leather layer. So you can see where we started. There's our tail between the felt and the leather layer. We're going to do the same again. So we're going to go through just the leather layer, coming up through the middle of the pieces. Make sure you can see that. Beautiful. And pull it all the way through. And voila. We're going to tie a knot. You could just trim if you wanted to, or you can tie a knot to be extra secure. Okay, we're going to trim that with about 10mm tails. The reason we leave a little bit of thread is because the wax linen thread sticks to itself. So we're going to tuck that in. There we go. Bingo. There's your pincushion. All completed. Very cool. So the next bit is to sew all the way around the outside of the pouch, and we'll be adding the neck strap at the same time. So we're going to use all the thread that you have left. You won't need to cut it again. And thread your needle. Now I'm right-handed, so I like my pouch to undo near my left shoulder. So if I place the pouch in front of me this way up, I need the adjustment to go this direction. So if you like, I'm wearing it, this is the side we're going to sew into the pouch, and this is the side that's going to adjust. And I know now that in order for me to reach across and undo it on my left shoulder, on my left side, I need to sew the adjustable section on the right side of the pouch when it is facing this direction. Alrighty, so here we go. So you're going to take the piece we just finished with the pincushion in it and the back piece of the pouch and line them up. And then you're going to take the adjustable section of strap, and you're going to, all the leather is going to face the same way. So every surface you look at, you're going to have the finished side of the leather, not the sueded side, which is the rough side, but the smooth side facing out. So smooth on the front, smooth on the back, smooth facing the front as well. So we're just going to put this front piece down for a minute, because we're going to start here to secure the strap in place so we don't have to hold on to it while we make our way around. So I'm just going to turn this around so it's easier to sew. So once again, we're going to start from, this would be between the layers because the pincushion piece goes on top, like this. I'm going to line that up. As you can see, you can adjust the positioning on this. I'm going to do it towards the closest inner hole, but you could move it further out if you wanted. So this is going to go on the back. So to do that, I need to go through the matching hole on the strap for my position choice. There we go. And up. And down the next one. There we go. So now that's secured. That's not going anywhere. So I'm going to sew across to the, just before the last hole. There we go. We're just before the last hole. And now I'm going to add the pincushion front piece again. Here we go. So this is where all the pieces are going to come together now. And off we go, just like we did in the first step, working our way all around the edge until we reach this point here, and then I'll show you how to add the other section of strap. And here we are. So we've gone all the way around the edge now, and we've made it back to here. So now we need to add our adjusting section of our strap. And as you can see, we've gone all the way through the layers. So we're already on the back section here. We line up our strap in the same position as we've used for the one on the other side. So I'm going to the far edge. We're going to split the layers with our fingers like this, so we can sew through. Yeah, I'll show you from this side. So we're sewing through just the back layer and the strap itself. So I'll fold this back so you can see. Line my holes up. So as you can see there, we've sewn through just the back and not the front. Now we do what we did with our, when we put the pincushion in, we're going to sew back the way we came. Oops, careful not to tangle your straps. Okay, so here we are. We've done across the little strap bit at the back. You can see all the holes are filled there. Now we're going to continue going around. So here we are, we've made it all the way around and all of our holes are full. And now we just need to finish anchoring that strap we put in the first section. So pull that through. So as you can see, when we've finished getting around, we haven't come through like we have on the other one. So what we're going to do is we've come through on the back. We're going to come up just that bottom layer of leather. You see my needle out the side there? And now we're going to sew across those set of holes so we did in the beginning, just as we did before. There we go. So when we've got it done correctly, you should see thread in every hole, nice and full all the way around. So for finishing this one off, we're going to do the same as we did before. We've put a second stitch in that last hole. And now we're back between the layers where we started. There's our tail. So once again, we're going to trim. I'm going to tie a knot this time. Just because the scissors are going to be going in and out of the pouch, it makes it nice and secure. Once again, we're going to trim them so they're about 10 mil long. And then tuck them back on themselves. Beautiful. And voila. Now your scissors will fit inside. Quick little chat about scissors. They will hold any run-of-the-mill small embroidery scissors available from most craft stores and the beautiful Merchant and Mills ones as well. They work perfectly with the pudgies, as you can see, the lovely wide handle design. And to finish our pouch off, we'll do one more thing, and that's add the buttons. To do that, you need to unscrew the screws from the back of the button stud hardware that came in the packet. You're going to push the leather over the screw. It will be firm. You want that so it can't slip or tear. And then you screw the button back on the front. If you want them to be super secure, you can add a dab of craft glue to the screw itself before you screw the hardware on. Okay, screw them in nice and tight. You can use a screwdriver if you have to. And now we can use our adjustable strap. 1 and 2. We've got buttonholes there, so they will stretch over the hardware. There is a finished Mabel, ready to stitch. We'll put our little sewing needle in there. You can use it for your embroidery needles or your darning needles if you're a knitter, or your sewing in of the end needles. They're great for adding. How often do you have to sew on a button? What if your needle and scissors and even some thread could be in the same place at once? Would make it super easy. So thank you for joining us for this really awesome collaboration video tutorial. Thank you for your support, Sonia from Dandelyne. And maybe when you've finished your project, you can show us a picture on Instagram using the hashtag #IHammeredThis. And make sure you do your little miniature embroidery hoop as well. These are great because you can wear them as a necklace. They can also be used as brooches and things. So they're really fantastic. So head on over to Sonia's YouTube channel and have a look at her video instructions. And she's got great tutorials on her website as well. So thank you for joining us today. Thank you for choosing to make Mabel, because we're really excited you have chosen to as well. So don't forget to share with us when you're finished, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.